Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
I could probably close my social media at this point to private, but at a certain point I had to open it out as I was doing some commercial work, and that was a requirement that people could follow me.
And that becomes part of a trap, right? Because what happens is you are so good at the personal branding part of it, which social media is a big piece of, that it's almost like the leash. You know, I go walk my dog. I got my dog on a leash. Or does dog have me on the leash? We're both on this leash, right? So that's kind of the interesting mix to me, is that as I'm listening to this, and I've watched you throughout the last, I don't know, decade or so, that this middle-aged piece where a lot of high producers, that, I mean, this is my own anecdotal thought, are trying to figure out how to move from that pain and passion and so on into purpose and love. And to me, it feels like you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I would definitely say that, I guess.
It's a transition.
Yeah, transition.
It's a transition.
Yeah.
And the transitions are always like, you ever did a cold plunge?
Yeah.
It's like that, right? That transition sucks. And then after a little while, it's like, oh, this is pretty good. But it's the transition that is super brutal, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the pace and the intensity that I've been going is not sustainable. And I've recognized that for a little bit now. I guess just more like peripherally getting more into like meditation. Actually, I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat and trying to think about, it's almost like forcing yourself at first into like adding new things into your routine that don't feel natural, but that you kind of know you have to start doing.
What was the hardest thing about the 10-day retreat?
So you check your phone at the door for 10 days. I missed some pretty big things, but it was more like, I would say like the voices in your head, especially like the negative ones, like having no ability to distract yourself or busy yourself or go ideally down these like coping mechanisms and roads you normally go down to make yourself feel better or not. That like you really are supposed to just be present and have your mind blank. But then of course the voices come in and they get very loud. So I think that was for me very hard because I definitely have a lot of like negative voices in my head.
Is the voice coming from the same source or is it multiple? Or is it the same source saying all kind of different things?
Yeah, it's the same source saying
So one.
all kind of different things. Yeah. So, and I think like for me, it's hard because kind of think, oh, I've accomplished so many things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is it because I'm so hard on myself? Like you got this like whip, like just constantly whipping you. So it's hard to say, oh, I don't want that anymore. Because it's like, oh, will I not like be able to like continue to accomplish or execute if I don't have this negative voice? Or like, what does a more positive voice sound like that could be more sustainable?
I have the same fear, right? The thick of like the dark night of the soul, which is we're not really who we're going to be, but we're not really done with the past one either. It's like, I kind of visualize it as like the hermit crab that moves from the smaller shell in between is trying to get to the bigger shell. But that's the scariest part because now that's when it can get eaten and it's naked and so on. And I had the same thing, which is like, if I heal all of these wounds now and make it so that I don't feel the intense shame or the intense fear that keeps me motivated without having to think about it and accomplishing, then can I still accomplish? You know what I mean? Because then if I don't, then I'm going to be, one, I let everybody else down. I don't be starving or what, this is a issue. And I've been grappling with that for the last probably 3 years. Because initially I was like, I don't think so. Because whenever I would heal, certain wounds, I'd be like, I'm pretty cool. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm okay now. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm not getting anything done. But then what I realized actually more recently is that move from like pain to like love is the transition period piece, right? The passion, which is the root word, is pain. Suffering. That's why it's Passion of the Christ. It's the suffering of Christ. Where somebody, let's say we're like marginalized as a child. So now we're all into like social justice and use pain as that, you can accomplish a whole heck of a lot with that. That's like rocket fuel, right? But the same way as rocket fuel, it's like if you gas your car all the time, like floored it, you can go faster for a short period of time and then something's going to break, right? So how does that move into like a calling, a purpose, which is the fuel of that is love, right? And then still get results that are, keep us in the lifestyle we want to have. I'm still figuring that one out, but I see it more possible now. Yeah. It's just scary. Because just that automatic, like just let fear go and so on. And then just that protective parts, just one that are good at accomplishing stuff, go to work and have to think about it a whole hell of a lot is really enticing. I mean, for people who are used to getting a lot of stuff done that way, it's spooky to like say, oh, if I lose that, what am I? You know what I mean? My identity is in this. This is me, but it's not really me. It's just how I present myself to the world at certain points. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But it's also like when people have known you as that, you almost feel like your self-worth is like attached to like your ability to accomplish.
Yeah, that's your identity. Like, this is me. I am. I is the me. But it's like, I'm not the me. That's not what it is. If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.